All right, hello. It is Friday, May 24th, 2019. I'm in Chicago, the last day of the Echelon Front Muster Leadership Conference. It's been an absolutely great experience so far. They play heavy metal music to get people back into the conference instead of the little chimes like they do at every other conference I've been to. Totally awesome. I'm just going to go through what I've learned so far about leadership, about myself. The most important things it's very interesting listening to people's stories, people that have been through difficult things and that can teach you things, and it's so awesome. One of the things I realized is that one of the good things about all these wars that we've been having for the last 15 or 17 or 20 years is that people like Jocko and his team at Echelon Front who've gone through these difficult experiences because of war, and people like the GoRuck community are coming back and sharing positive things that they can teach us civilians to make our lives better, and for us to in turn make other people's lives better because of their experiences in the horrible thing of war. So that's kind of cool. Um, there's 750 participants at this thing, and a lot from the construction industry for some reason. None that I could see from the fitness industry. Except I met two gentlemen that were right at my table. One's name is Dan from Chelsea, from the ATI physical therapy place in Chelsea that's right across the street from us. So that's kind of cool. The other thing is that a lot of this stuff is not new. Everyone knows it pretty much. But going to these conferences reminds you of it, and you got to continuously be reminded of these important things to get better and to be the best you can be. So we dictate our situation. We can decide. We have full control over how we react to any situation, bad or good. It's definitely evident that Jocko and his team have a passion for what they do. And I think that's so important if you want to be good at something, to have that passion for it and to have that. It's just natural. It naturally shows through, and it doesn't seem fake, and people are drawn to that. You can't tell how badass someone is by looking at them. Some of Jocko's team, some of these military guys who have been through a lot, if you just saw them on the street, you wouldn't know that what a badass they are. So don't judge a book by their cover. One of the things that I thought of was that I would love to do some type of motivational thing like this for our community, for our people, something like that, to fire people up and give them good information. The mission and the team must be above the leader and team members. So the leader must be working towards the mission, and the team must be working towards the mission, which is of higher importance than the team. Our mission, my mission in life, is to inspire as many people as I can to live healthier, happier, and more fulfilling lives, to do what they want in life, to accomplish exactly what they want in life, and to do this through fitness and mental toughness. Leadership is the most important thing in combat and business and life. This isn't just about business or combat or war. To be a good husband, a good father, a good wife, a good mother, you need to be a leader. You are a leader. If you have children, you are the leader of those children. And all of these messages are germane to leading a family, leading children, leading whomever. The laws of combat that Jocko came up with are: number one, cover and move, which in civilian terms means that your teams have to support each other. If you have multiple teams in an organization and they're not supporting one another, if they're fighting each other, if they're not moving towards the same goal, you will not be as successful as you could be if they are. Number two, you need to keep things simple. Number three, prioritize and execute. And number four, decentralized command, which means that everyone should lead. Train your team to high standards and let them know what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. And if they can't do what's acceptable after you've tried and trained them and taught them what is acceptable, then they need to go. And your team must understand why they're doing something, the reason behind why they're doing something. Give team members with bad attitude an opportunity to lead and have more responsibility, and maybe they'll step up and become a better team member. You need to detach from the team and treat everyone fairly. This is the most difficult thing in our business, in my business, because my team is made up of my clients and my friends. They're all my friends, and they're all current or former clients, and it's very difficult to treat them like you would just a regular employee, because they're our friends. You don't want to hurt their feelings, but that's why it's so important to detach yourself from that emotion, and they will be better off if you treat them fairly, treat everyone fairly, the same, and give them that tough love when they need it. They will be better off for it, and the organization will be better off for it. The right time to fire someone is when you don't feel bad about firing them, because you did everything you could to help them be successful. But you have to have the tough conversations with them early. Another one of my faults is I let people that are not up to my standards, up to our standards, hang around for too long and leave on their standards, leave on their terms, because I don't want to hurt their feelings. I don't want to lose someone and not have someone to coach. But at the end of the day, it's just better to cut bait and let them go, and they'll be better off for it, and our organization is better off for it. Complacency will get you killed in your marriage, in your relationships, in your family, with your kids, and in your business. You cannot be complacent. If your team is winning and your team is stepping up, you are doing a good job as a leader. And one thing that we need to hammer home to those people that say, I don't have time to work out, I don't have the money, they need to do it because they can. There are people that cannot work out because they're dead, because they don't have any arms, because they're sick. And if you can get down and up off the ground, or do a jumping jack or an air squat, you need to be getting after it, because there are people that cannot get after it, and they would love to if they could. Ask your team what they should think they should do about difficult issues. If they come to you with an issue, hey, I don't know what to do about this, we have this problem, first ask them, what do you think we should do about it? Have them come up with a solution. Rehearse and bounce difficult issues off team members. Rehearse if I have an issue with another team member, talk to my team members, other team members about it, and go through a role play as to how I should handle that. And lastly, every single decision you make in life affects your long-term goals, either positively or negatively. Every little decision if you have long-term goals, everything you do from the moment you get up, including your sleep, even while you sleep, is going to affect that decision either in a positive way to get you towards that goal or in a negative way to get you farther away from that goal. And always remember that. Thanks. And I just want to say that I feel like the luckiest human being in the entire universe to be able to experience these experiences and do what I want to do every day and be surrounded by amazing, awesome people, starting with my family. I'm just the luckiest MF anywhere.